Hey y'all, it's Beans or Beans here. Alright, so I just want to point out before I kind of start this video, um, first video, it's probably not going to be the best. I hope to get better at explaining this stuff as I go. Um, this game, honestly, is just amazing, and I'm sure you'll, find out at the start. Some of the stuff is difficult. That's why I'm hoping that these videos start to help you. This channel, I'm hoping is going to be mostly like tutorials in this game, but I don't know what I'm planned for on doing for the future as I finish up on all the tutorials I can make. Maybe I'll do some in-game play or play some other games, but yeah. Let's get right into the video then. Before I get into the tutorial part, I just kind of want to go over what Oathbreakers is. So, Oathbreakers is kind of a RPG style, PvE, PvP game. You're gonna fight other enemies, and you're gonna get loot from them, and, it's just kind of, you'll see when you get in it kind of game. Yeah, $30 on App Lab. It may seem like a lot, but I genuinely think it is, really worth the money. There's a lot to do in the game, a lot of nice people to meet, and yeah. Alright, so let's get into the tutorial part of the game now. Alright, so once you do load in, this is where you will spawn. Let's go over this menu first. So on your left controller, you should be able to click X, and it'll bring up this menu. Up here, this zone I'm in is called the Haven, and pretty much it's an area where you kind of start off and yeah, I'll go over more on about that once I get into the karma part of the video. But if we look over here, this is your level, and that's just kind of, your player level. Not much to it. That's your armor, FPS, CP is what you use to upgrade weapons, upgrade armor. Well, you can't really upgrade armor. It's to buy armor, uh to bind spells. There's a lot of uses for CP. Very important. Vicinity is how much players are in the zone you're currently in. Like, for instance, I'm in the Haven zone. If someone were to be in another zone, they wouldn't pop up on the vicinity. But if someone else was in the Haven, it'd say 2. But I'm in a private server right now, so just because I didn't want people talking in the background and stuff. But yeah, there's your health. RP is what you'd use for some weapons. They'll take RP as ammunition or as kind of like a stamina. Like if we look right here, as soon as I load an arrow in, it takes 3 RP from me. Not all bows take 3 RP, some take 1. It just kind of depends on the level and how good the bow is. Alright, and then that's your SP. It's kind of more of the in-game currency. SP is used for a lot of things, from leveling up, buying weapons, upgrading. It's used for almost anything you do in this game. So it's really nice to save this up. Alright, so this building we're in right now is the tavern. It's the starting point for all new players. These are lodestones. They kind of determine where you'll spawn once you get out of the starting area, which I probably should include in the video after this. I'll just take a picture of it. It'll probably pop up on screen right now. There it is. Yeah, that's kind of, once you get out of that area, you'll spawn right here. Alright, so once you leave the tavern area, you'll come out here. That building straight ahead is where I'm gonna, start making a tutorial on it. Alright, that's gonna be the first building I make a tutorial on after I explain these. These are recycling bins. Let's say there's items, or you find something on the ground that you don't want. What you're gonna do, I hope there's a berry on this bush. There is not. That's not that good. Alright. But yeah, if I have my bow, I'm not gonna sell it because it's a lot of money, but you would just drop it in, let go of it, it'll fall in and tell you how much SP you get from it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, let's get to the woodworking area. Listen, I know I said that let's get into the tutorial part, But before I get into the woodworking part, I want to kind of go over some of the stuff here. Some of the stuff explains itself. I'm sure you see in the recycling system, even though I just went over it. But this right here is where you're going to get into a private world. It's going to cost you 100 SP. You just got to insert a world ID by grabbing an interaction quill. Don't worry, it doesn't cost money, it just makes that sound. You'll just type in a number, like 755, and then just grab, you can drop this and grab the, crystal to load in, just like you would if you were to go into a public lobby. I'm not going to do it yet, because I don't need to go there until I'm done with this part. This is like kind of a gear remover. If you don't want the armor you have on, you can just remove the gear. This is how you cycle to the next one, like remove your torso, remove your gauntlets, remove your cape. Oh, like I said, I'll get into the armor later in the video. This is kind of where you can just take a little picture of yourself. That's me. This is what I look like. I'm probably going to change my armor soon, but yeah. Alright. This is very important, by the way. I know I didn't go over that. That's kind of just coloring station. This, I highly recommend you stay away from it, because unless you really want a challenge, if you go up to it, 1 life, you can't leave while you're in combat, but you do +2 bonus damage per player level. Here's the thing. The 1 life part of it, you lose everything when you die. It's pretty much hardcore mode. So, kind of stay away from that if you don't want to, put that on yourself. I haven't tried it because, I don't want to lose my stuff, but yeah. Last part of this area is the stats area. As you level up, you'll gain stat points. Like, I'm a level 31. If I didn't already have, tributes towards, movement speed and stuff, I'd have 31 unused stat points. To use your stat points, simply grab an interaction quill right here. Go up to whatever you want. Like, if I wanted to upgrade my jump height, click on it. If you're like, oh, what does jump height do? Even though, obviously... what else could it mean? Increases your maximum jump height by however much percent. If you want to see how much percent it'll give you, just click the plus sign. It should change to that. If you realize you don't want it, click the minus. There's multiple pages. Keep that in mind. Just simply, outer trigger, click on it. And there's other pages for other stuff. I'm not going to go through all of it. Maybe in another video, just tell me in the comments if you want me to go through, some of the stat point things. But alright, now we should be able to get back into the woodworking part. Sorry about another interruption, though. Let's get into it. Alright, so now that we're over here, this is the first NPC you'll probably come across. She's gonna probably ask you for some logs. How you're gonna get those logs, you're gonna come over here, buy an axe, 50 SP. Once you buy it, the wheel will start spinning, and then eventually the axe will pop up right here. You grab it with your inner trigger. You'll walk over to a tree like this. Keep in mind, not all trees will have a white spot, but once you see a glowing orb, I guess it's not on that tree. I see one in the distance, but I don't want to go that far. Right there. If you see an orb on a tree, you can walk up to it. And how you're going to harvest it is you're going to kind of get decently close to it. Pull your arm back and kind of put some force into the swing. See, I did 90 damage. And this is what happens if you kind of lightly tap it. You only do 30 damage. So the more force you put into it, the more extra wood you get and the more damage you'll do. I'm going to speed this part of the video up. Just get the log and I'll show you where to put the log. Alright, so once you get that tree mined, log should fall. I don't really know where this is gonna fall, but maybe in the water? Yep, right there. Alright, grab the log with your inner trigger, and you're gonna come over here with your log. I'm probably gonna speed it up right here. Alright, once you're over here, all you need to do is drop the log in here. Obviously, I've already completed the quest. I don't need to, drop it in there again. Actually, now that I think of it, I think you might need to give her planks. These are the planks, like trading planks. I'll get more into that after I get over to this area. So yeah, with each log, you're gonna throw it in here. This is how you check how much wood you have. Like I have 230, for example. You're gonna come over here. If she is asking for planks, you're gonna grab it and just throw it in there. But let's say you want to give wood to another player. That's how much wood I'm gonna be giving. That's how much wood I would give to a player if I don't increase the value. So what you're gonna want to do to increase the value is you're gonna hold the outer trigger. Like, just keep your fish should be in a ball like this. It increases the value of the wood. And then once you're at the amount you want, you just let go of that outer trigger. You'd go up to a player and just like kind of throw it in their face. And then the wood should disappear, and then it should be in their inventory then. Alright, to reset the counter, by the way, if you get too much, you just tap it once. Alright? There we go. And alright, let's get to the upgrader now. The upgrader is where you will upgrade wood type weapons and tools. To insert a weapon in there, all you need to simply do is bring the weapon, hold it above these saws, and just throw it on in there. Alright. I can't upgrade this bow because I think the game thinks it's already OP as it is, and it is pretty good. I haven't really figured out a use for this upgrader, but I know some machines that you can put stuff in here. Alright. So this is where you're gonna increase the chance of success when you upgrade it. It costs 1 CP to increase the chance of success, and all you're gonna do is just pull the lever. Obviously I can't do it because there's no upgrade available, but once you have it at the percent chance of success you want, you come over here, pull this lever. Obviously it's not gonna show it, but there'll be like a list saying you need like 24 wood, 8 metal, and then like however many SP. You're gonna just pull that. This should come down, and how you know if it succeeds is you'll see those crystals turn. All 3 of them will turn green, one at a time. If one of them turns red, that means the upgrade failed and you're gonna have to try again. Alright. Also, sorry if it seems like I'm going a little fast. Just let me know. This is my first video. Any criticism is like welcome in the comments. I want to know how I can improve these tutorial videos. But yeah, alright, let's get into the achievement bonus boards. Not all boards will be the same, but this achievement board is talking about how many trees you chopped. So since I chopped 66 trees down, all you have to do is come up to it, claim your reward by clicking the outer trigger and inner trigger. And I just got 40 SP, right there. It'll just pop up, Alright. That should do it for this kind of area. Now let's get into the metal area. Alright, so now that we're here, this is going to be another NPC you'll run into. He's going to ask you to get a variety of ores from tier 1, 2, and 3. Once again, you're just going to put them in these bins. I'm going to go over another video on mining because this guy's quest is a little longer than hers is. But yeah, let's get into the similarities and like differences between this area. Alright, same thing with the axe. You're just going to buy it and it'll spin and then it'll appear up here. Same thing with chopping down trees. The more force you put into the hits, the more damage it'll do. And alright, though this is a good thing to bring up. These are like attack dummies. Like if I were to shoot an arrow at it, it tells you like what it does, like status effects, how much damage it does. Yeah. I mean, there's not really much to that one, sorry. Oh, this is a good starter weapon. Tier 1 sword, you'll need 20 metal for it. How you get metal? Obviously, I'm going to go into detail in another video. But once you get the ore, you'll throw it in here. That's where you check your metal. You'll click this. Wheel will spin. Sword should appear right here, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Alright, tier 1 sword. If I were to like swing, I don't think, yeah, it doesn't take any RP. Pretty good for this first, like, you know, area. How you're going to upgrade it is you're going to throw it in here. And, alright, this is probably a better example for upgrading, honestly, because now I have something to work with here. Alright, rate of success, 60%. Look, it costs 1 CP to increase the chance. There we go, 100%. So that means no matter what, this upgrade will not fail. When I come over here, it says I need 8 wood, 24 metal, and 80 SP. I just want to make sure I have enough metal because I don't really go resource gathering. Alright, yeah, I do. Honestly, you know, I don't even care. It's okay. It's for the sake of the video. So, yep, like I said, you'll see the crystals light up. And then, boom, success. It'll go back up. As you see, it's tier 2 short sword. It'll tell you all the stats up there. This is how it looks. Alright, and then you're going to grab this sword. And, you know, you can test the damage. Yeah, I mean, you look at, I mean, it's not amazing, you know, 2 damage. Oh, I guess it is pretty good. Alright, next part of the video I wanted to cover is kind of the first dungeon that you can kind of do in the Haven area. For me, it's like easy, obviously, because like I want to say it's easy. Actually, it's like kind of the easiest dungeon you could do in the game. To get here, it's simply like there's the woodworking area I was just at. You just like kind of turn here. Should have like a little horseshoe right there. You walk in here.
Huh?
There's gonna be an NPC right here. You're gonna give him, I think, a green key card. He'll give you a reward. I forgot how much it was. It's been a while, but if you do end up getting another green card, or if you don't want to do his quest, I'll explain why you might not wanna. With the card in hand, hold both triggers in, and you'll just like put the card in the mouth of here, and then you'll teleport into the dungeon right away. Some dungeons are different. I'll go over them in another video. There's a lot of videos I'm gonna have to make because there's a lot of stuff I need to like teach people, you know. Alright, back to why you might not want to do this guy's quest. As you can see, some NPCs will have like these yellow or red eyes. That means they are kind of like a bad NPC. If you do their quest, you'll get negative karma. Later in the video, once I get to the area, I will go over like how karma can affect you negatively if you have bad karma, how good karma can affect you positively, and all that other stuff. I'll get in more depth with that later. Alright, on to the next part. So this is kind of a, I don't know what you'd call this, kind of, I call it the tent area. But you know, some people might call it other things. It's just right next to the place we were just at. I wanted to go over like some of the weapons here. Like here's a dagger. I don't think it does too much damage. It's just quicker cooldown. Here's the main thing I wanted to go over. This is kind of the first weapon you'd buy as a ranged user. Tier 1 bow. Let's just buy it. Look at my RP. See, with my bow it took 3, but with this it only took 1. Mainly because of the level of the bow. I'm pretty sure once you get it up to level 4, it starts taking 3. So keep that in mind. Coming over here, this is a SP trading pouch. There we go. Same thing with like the, metal and wood. Same thing, you just like hold down both triggers to increase the value, put it in their mouth, and you'll pretty much give them the set amount that you have it at. These are lodestone pebbles, and what you're gonna do, they cost 10 SP. If you grab them, you just hold down both triggers, it'll start doing that. I'm not gonna hold it down because it brings you back to that the starter area where you kind of like, I don't really know what to call that area because there's not really a name for it. It's like when you first load up to the game, you'll teleport there. I'll call it the main menu for now. I mean, I don't think I need to cut for this part, but you know what? It was a short walk, but I'm still cutting to it. This is the bank. This is where you're going to store money and weapons and, all other items that you might want to store. I'm going to go over the money part first because I personally think it's going to be easier for me to explain. Right hand is deposit, left hand is withdrawal. If you put your hand over it with either hand, you can see how much money you have in the bank. And yeah. But the use for putting money in a bank is because, let's say I'm going into a dungeon and I don't want to lose money, I just put it in here. Because if you die, you lose half the money that you have. Same with other, like if someone else is like, planning on killing you, you might want to put your money in the bank. But like I was saying, right hand is deposit, so all you're going to need to do is hold the inner trigger just like you would with a SP trading pouch until you have the amount you want. Then you hold the outer trigger, and boom, it'll deposit that money in. Alright, let's go over the item storage now. Let's say I'm like, oh, whoa, what's happening? Well, let's say I'm like, I don't really want to carry my bow around. All I'm going to do is just drop it in there. I don't think I have storage. Oh, I do have storage. Alright. So, now that has teleported into the vault, and, it's safe in there. No one can steal it. Not that anyone could steal your items in the first place, because you can't pick up other people's items. Let's say I was like, oh no, I kind of need that bow now. The entry fee to get into the vault is 100 SP. And no, there's no like permanent way to pay for it again. You have to keep paying for it. There'll be this like music playing. This is the vault. There's all the items I have stored. There's the bow. That's how you increase the amount of storage you have. Like, these will start to light up as you increase storage. I do have to admit, it's pretty expensive to increase the vault storage. But, it's worth it if you, like, don't want to sell an item, but you want to store it somehow. And if you want to get an item back, simply just put your hand over it, grab it, and, just take it with you. Make sure you put it in your inventory. That's another good thing to go over, actually. If you are about to use like a teleporter to go to another zone or teleport to another area, always make sure all items are in your inventory. If not, they will disappear and there's no way of getting them back. Unless you obviously buy them again. But, not everyone's going to want to pay like 100 every time they lose a weapon. So this area is known as the general store. I don't know why, but that's just what a lot of people like to call it. First thing I want to go over is this bag right here. Tier 1 bag has 100 SP. These are amazing for, storing stuff. I mean, you only got 2 slots on your back. I'm pretty sure this allows, here, let's check. This allows, like, 3 slots. And something to keep in mind when you are upgrading your bag, you have to do it at this station. You can't use it at the metalworking one because... obviously it's not made of metal. You kind of just gotta upgrade it where you bought it from, I guess. Yeah, I'm not gonna go through the process of upgrading that because it's generally the same as upgrading like a sword or something like I showed later in the video. The only difference is I know how to use this. If you put goblin rags in here, you won't have to spend CP to increase the chance of success. So that's really nice to know. Keep that in mind. There's a remote barbecue right here to cook like berries and stuff. I haven't actually used that yet. I don't think it's honestly that worth it. You can buy a green key card over here. Um, there's a book there. You could read through that if you want. But one of the main things here is this fishing rod. 100 SP. Simply kind of shoot it in near a water source. Like if we come over here, you could just shoot it in this little river area, and eventually your bobber will go down. That's when you click the trigger and you'll catch a fish. Later in the video, I'll go over the fishing guild. Actually, you know what? Let's get over there right now because it's just over here. Alright, so once over here, you'll run into another, NPC here, and this is the fishing guild. I'm sure she'll have you, like, try to catch some fish in order to join her guild. But when you do catch fish and you're in her guild, you can sell them here for some guild, XP and stuff. You can check your guild rank right here. I don't think I've gone over that yet. So yeah, as you progress through guilds around the map, like the fishing guild's not the only one. There's a ranged guild and all that other good stuff. There'll be boards that look like this. You can check how much XP you need to the next rank, your current rank, and I'm pretty sure all guilds offer you a bonus in whatever guild it's like for. Like, ranged guild will give you a bonus in, I think, range damage. That gives you fishing power. It's generally just good to be in guilds. This is a turbo rod gun. This is new to me. I just saw this here, and I was like, oh, what's that? Because, I've never seen it. It used to just be the potions on the counter. It looks like you just need to kind of get your way through the ranks and get to rank 10 in this guild to buy this gun. Obviously, I don't really know what it does because I haven't been ranking up in this guild. I probably should do that, though. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the fishing guild. Alright, I'm probably going to cut to the next part. Alright, now that we're here, this is the place I like to call the House of Essence, because this is kind of just where you can check your essence, and if you have any bones, you throw them in here to get some essence. There's not really much to this place. As you can see here, there's a lodestone. This is kind of, you just click on it to set your spawn point in this building. I went over that in the beginning of the video. This is where you make earth runes. I'll go over that in like a magic video. Just let me know what kind of videos you guys want me to make, by the way. I know I said that earlier, but I really just want to know because first time doing this stuff. Obviously, my explanations aren't really good. If you have any questions after this video, just kind of comment them in the comment section. Next building right here is, I don't know what you'd call it, I guess the wand making area. On this guy's counter, there'll be somewhere you can turn your 100 SP into, I think, 100 RP. Yeah, it'll take 100 SP from you and you'll get 100 RP in return. I personally don't recommend buying RP unless you're like desperate, obviously, but there's other places that you can get RP like really fast, and quests are also good. Went over the lodestone pebbles already. Here's an example of one in another building. Over here though, you can buy, I think, yep, there's wands here and there's staffs here. The difference between wands and staffs, sorry. Wands will do, I think, more damage, but for more RP. Wands will do, I think they use your RP more efficiently, so you won't lose as much. Like if I use like this agility spell, it's draining RP faster and it's draining more. With a wand, it would drain less RP over time and when you use the spell. As we head upstairs, I have not seen this before. A rune trading crystal. So, okay, I know what you'd use this for. It's just like the trading planks. You hold down to increase the value, put it in someone's face to give it to them. Book here that you can read. This right here, though, this is where you upgrade your staffs. And, like I said, going over that more in depth in another video. Alright, for now, let's head over onto the earth magic area. Alright, so now that we have arrived here, I've already obviously done this guy's quest because, you know, I've been playing for a while. I wish I could show you guys step by step how to get through it, but I probably will in other videos if I can remember how to do the quest. But he'll ask you to get a staff that looks like this. In order to do that, you'll have to make an earth rune, and you'll have to have a staff. Once you have that made, you'll just drop it in here. He'll welcome you to the guild, and he'll allow you to have access to that area. That's how you get earth magic. Like I said, whole another video on it. There's a lot to cover with magic. You can buy a blue keycard here for 200 essence. You need to be rank 1 in the guild though, so keep that in mind. This is kind of an achievement board. Like, see, notice how it's different from the woodworking one. It gives you 300 RP instead of 40 SP. And it's a different achievement, like you have to learn earth spells to progress on this one. I think that's it for this building. Yeah. This building right here, along with this guy's quest, after you turn in the wand, he'll ask you to get something called an earth moat. That is outside of this area, and it's a part of the magic video I'll be making later. For now, let's head on over to... This is going to be a long walk, so I'll fast forward it. Alright, this area right here, highly recommend visiting if you have some spare SP, because as you walk along the bookshelves, there should be some books that you can buy. They might be upstairs. I think that's just decoration, sorry. There we go. Alright. Like, Book of Melee Mechanics. Yeah, I would highly recommend reading through these. Like, range mechanics, magic. So just in case some of my videos don't make sense, it's also nice to read these. I don't know what this one is. There's a Book of Blocking, which I honestly didn't even know there was blocking. I might need to read that one. You know, beginner survival, stats explained, almost harvesting season, good warrior. Like, okay, if I'm being honest, when I started, I never read like any of these books besides like surviving. What you're gonna do to read these books though, you'll buy them, set them on a stand like this. Like I said, in the main menu area, there's another book stand that you can use there. And just simply like cycle pages, read through it, take the book off if you want to switch it out, just throw it on the ground, whatever. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this area. Let's head on to the next one. Oh, this is a good thing to go over. So I don't know if you recall, later in the video, I might have been looking at a board that looks similar to this, except it has a bin on the bottom. Completely up to you. If there's something like you have to collect berries and put them in the bin, you should do that, because it's easy money. But most of those assignments aren't worth it. Like the one I'm pretty sure I have is like get 3 tier 3 warhammers, and the way I like to think of it is you're paying more to upgrade the warhammers than you're getting out of the, you know, reward in general. So those ones aren't normally worth it. These ones though, on the other hand, they are extremely worth it, because all you're doing is killing some enemies. Like, if I mean, I don't really want to do the bears one, so all you have to do is go over here, 100 SP per assignment. Let's say I'm really feeling like killing some blunt blowgunners, then I just would head over to wherever the blunt blowgunners are, and I would kill 12 of them. The assignment board will update as you go, so you don't get confused. Yeah. And then you come back here after you're done with the quest to claim the reward. I'll probably make a video on that, along with, like, making melee weapons and stuff. I'm not going to go over that building. You know what? I might actually later. But I want to go over this building. Alright. So right here, this is where you can buy kind of some armor. There's also another NPC right there. But yeah, there's a cape and there's a torso. I'm pretty sure if you make wood versions of armor, like this isn't the only armor shop around the map. I'm hopefully going to be making a map soon enough so you guys can like look at it and kind of get an idea of where everything is. But I'm pretty sure the way I like to think of it is if you use wood as the material for your armor, I think it contributes more towards like resource gathering and stuff like that. Metal is towards like health, and I think essence is towards damage, like ranged buffs, magic buffs, etc.
Mm.
Um, all right, this lady, all she's gonna do is ask you to go like hunting for her pretty much and get her some. She obviously I haven't completed this because I haven't really, went to fight the bears yet. But yeah, she just asked you to drop her stuff in here, and yeah, I mean, there's not really much to the quest. This, like I said, I'm not good at explaining. This video is just a general like insight on how to play the game. Okay, this is new. Remote stove. I didn't know this was even a guild. Oh, okay, that's new. All right, I like it. All right, food cooked. There's achievement board right there. I'm not gonna do much explaining with her because I haven't really been in here. Okay, pause on that first of all, bro. uh, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same as like any other guild. Just kind of do what she asks you to get in her guild. It looks like you have to make some stews. I'm sure I'll figure it out, and then I'll make a video on making stews eventually, but I'm not gonna do it now because I have no idea how to do it. There's another one of those boards. All right. Looks like we just got a couple more buildings to go over, and then I'll probably end the video. All right. You know, highly recommend staying away from this place if you're a new player. This is pretty much like a casino. Yeah, as you walk up to these machines, test your luck. You gotta pay 100 SP. You have to wait for all three of these to turn green. You have no idea. When I first started the game, I was gambling like crazy, trying to get jackpots and stuff. But yeah, once all three of these turn green, that means you win, which you most likely will not, so do not do it. Red means you failed and you gotta keep paying. Like I said, don't do it because it's not worth it. Yep, I only had one gambling success out of probably like the 40 I've done. Do not do it. It's just not worth it. There's so much better ways to get money. Don't trust gambling. Alright. Next building. This is, I don't know what you'd call this. I guess the... I don't know what you call this building. Let's just call it the armor building because that's the first thing I kind of saw. Her quest is she's going to ask you to get a water pearl. Like I said, more videos on... I'll make an NPC video later, kind of walking you guys through the quest. But she'll ask you for a water pearl, and you just drop it in there if you do find it on your own. Achievement board, armor purchased, not much to it. This is where you can buy armor. There's multiple of these around the map, and you'll probably see some as I like record more videos and stuff. Yeah, just go over to the lever. It'll tell you how much you have to pay. It's pretty much how much armor you can hold. It's the price you'll pay. These are some really good things I want to go over though. These are remote recyclers and remote refiners. Remote recyclers, it acts as any other normal recycling bin, except when you drop items in, it won't give you as much, I think, from a normal recycling bin. You can get stats to contribute, to get more out of recycling. But to recycle, I think I have one on me. Yeah, I do. I always like to carry one bag on me and one recycler or refiner. To recycle with these, you can't simply just drop your items in. You have to click this green crystal. It'll last for a little bit. You'll drop your items in. Soon enough, it'll turn green again. You'll have to click it again if you're recycling multiple items. Another trick with these bins, though, is you can grab the bin, click on the recycling button, and kind of drag it along the floor to grab items quickly and like sell them, in groups rather than just one by one. Remote refiner. It's pretty much where if you're like out in the woods and you're not near one of the woodworking buildings, you'll drop them in there. Same thing. You won't get as much value out of it, but it's more convenient. You can also drop bones in here for essence. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Same kind of mechanics as a remote recycler. Alright, I think this will be the last kind of building for the video. Alright, this is kind of the bounty building, I like to call it, because it's kind of where you would pay off your bounty. I'll go over that. This is the part of the video where I'm going to go over like eye color and stuff. See, okay, I don't know why he says that, but I already completed his quest. I didn't know about eyes until later in me playing the game. But see, this guy's eyes are red. This is like the worst of the worst, I'm pretty sure. Like, this guy, if you do his quest, you'll get worse karma, from completing them. How do you check your karma, you may be asking? You go to Karma Visualizer in this building. I have 0 karma because I haven't done anything good or bad. But if you have negative karma, it's bad. If you have positive, it's good. Keep in mind, if you have negative karma, people can kill you pretty much without consequence and they'll get good karma out of it. So make sure to keep your karma down by coming over here and paying your bounties off. Depending on how much negative karma you have, the more SP you'll have to pay. So, be careful with that. And also, if you have negative karma, you cannot pay people. Like, you can't use trading pouches. It won't let you. Another thing with having negative karma in the Haven area is you'll do less damage to other players. So let's say you get in a fight with a positive karma player. You'll do less damage to them, and I think they'll do more damage to you, so you'll be at a disadvantage. This is where you level up. At the beginning of the video, I went over, stat points, briefly, and this is kind of where you level up. That's how you get your stat points. That's how your level increases. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright. If there's anything, like I said, unclear, or you want me to go over again, because obviously I'm not good at explaining. I kind of did this a little fast so I could get it over with. First video, it's going to seem a little rough and like chunky, but I hope that I get better at recording and explaining for you guys. Don't worry, this won't be the only content I make. I'm hopefully going to make like Let's Plays, and like I might play a few horror games. I love doing those. Those are funny. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribing and liking the video, or disliking, I always want to know if I can do better. It's greatly appreciated, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.